They're not here, Argentina, but he's here. Of course, they lost in the... Lost actually to Finland, didn't they? And I wonder how much of a challenge they'll pose next year, because they have got a very rich Davis Cup history. It wouldn't be a surprise to see them make a charge next season.
We can't overstate the importance of that victory that Sinner got over Djokovic, of course. It was his first ever victory over him.
Didn't really get a sniff in the final. Sinner, from a return perspective, there was just one difficult game Djokovic had deep in the second. There's Novak's brother, Marco. Of course, he coached just down the road for many years at Puente Romana, about an hour from here. Solid start for a man who's not been broken for some time. Attacked that very nicely, as he does most ground strokes.
Yeah, it was really the first serve that was very different between first match and the second match. The second serve was pretty similar in terms of points won, just a shade higher than 50%.
Yeah, those first serve points won dropped from 78% to 57%.
Yeah.
It's not insignificant between those two matches in Turin.
Yeah, and it was because Djokovic was just finding that much more width on the ball on that return. Jannik Sinner stretching. But even the best returner in the world, you can ace him if you're Jannik Sinner.
Yeah, how many adjustments have been made to this motion this year? There have been a couple, of course. The last one just after his defeat at Roland Garros gave him a little bit of time to work on it between the clay and the grass. Abandoned the platform stance. gets a little bit more in the way of upper body rotation as well now, compared to maybe in the spring. A little more coil. And it all adds up to what has become a potent delivery, Kath.
Yeah, he's just got so much more pace because of all those changes he's made, as you say, Nick. Pace, the accuracy, there's still plenty of room for it to get even better. They're never far away.
Becoming a bit of a theme there. There's Gipo Arpino, who's the coach of Lorenzo Sonigo. Of course, the Italians have mostly got all their individual coaches here with them.
Thank you.
It's really nicely done, and a point that we have seen him play a little more regularly in recent months.
Yeah, moving forward beautifully well, but everything just set up by finding maximum width, and of course the quality of strike behind it.
15-13.
Maybe just didn't account for the length that was going to come back his way, Sinner.
And those little adjustments you need to make when you play someone like Djokovic, because against almost everybody else you are going to get a shorter ball off a shot like that, and you just automatically look to lean forward. You've hit hundreds of thousands of balls, and you always have to anticipate, but you have to readjust. He's so good when he's counter-punching.
Wasn't able to break him in the final, Sinner. Last Sunday.
14-13.
miss hit return did him a favour, and he built on it impressively.
Yeah, for Djokovic, he's got to be careful. Of course, this is unfortunate, but if Sinner has time to step onto that front foot, it's just an almighty strike.
So much good work physically as well, as we know Sinner over the last year got himself significantly stronger, particularly in the legs. Aggressively, he does hit the second at times, particularly on some big points. And he's just paid the price there. This would be the perfect start for the Italian. Well, a volley that he wouldn't mind back, but look at the energy coming from the Italian corner. Djokovic broken for the first time in a while. Well, a man whose serve has been nigh on impenetrable has just found himself broken. And it's given the Italians a timely lift. And it's given Sinner an early break.
Thank you. Zero, 15, love, 10.
Double fault each, both of them pretty costly. Djokovic had to face a break point now. Sinner here at love 30. He's going to be disappointed with that. He's a sort of player, of course, love 30. He's just able to really tighten up.
Charlie Gomez on the left, who is his travelling coach, wearing the Serbian colours this week.
That's a good strike. Incredibly accurate to that sort of depth. Didn't need to be wide. Fairly quick conditions and ended up rushing him.
Such an emotional week in Turin. You would have thought for Sinner. Received so much love over there. pressure right now is all coming from the Italian.
It's pretty tough to break down that backhand side of Djokovic. Normally he's just rock solid, but he's far from where he wants to be at the moment in a number of areas.
It's a big hold from Love 30, that's for sure. And Italy and Sinner consolidate the early break. Just what he was looking for here.
It just really sets the tone for the match, particularly for Sinner, who's, despite everything that he's achieved, he's the underdog in this match. That's how it goes.
Yeah, we've had 10 rallies that have gone over 5 shots. And Sinner so far has won 8 of those 10. Encouraging.
The errors keep coming. Does not look settled into this one. You've got to think of it from his perspective as well. Of course, world #1, he knows that everybody on the bench is expecting a victory for him. And
thank you.
Well, this is probably the toughest opponent he could face right now.
Yeah. Sinner adopting a very deep return position again.
He's 15 now.
Gracias. Gracias.
It's obviously extremely important from Sinner's perspective that when he is as deep as he is, that he gets a bit of length to it, because anything a little short, he hands the impetus to the world #1. He was crushing his forehand, not just against Cam Norrie, but pretty much, to be honest, over the course of this season.
Some more wonderful shots from Sinner. He's going for it. There's no backing off at all. It feels like there's barely a rallying ball in it. Or maybe there are rally balls in there. They're just hitting them so hard. Right to the baseline. You talk about that return position, Nick. I mean, that is the reason why you drop back. You're giving up ground to make sure you get a better strike on. But you have to get that quality strike in.
Yeah. We saw how Djokovic countered that in the US Open final, didn't we, with a sprinkling of serve and volley. More than a sprinkling against Medvedev. This is very impressive, you have to say, from Jannik Sinner. Right now, he's the better player.
2 shots in a row there for Djokovic that he just waited for, got stuck, let them drop incredibly low. So that backhand slice, he doesn't want to be reaching at it because all he can do is jab.
Please place a rally.
Fifth winner for Sinner already. Djokovic, by our numbers, yet to hit one.
Wasn't expecting that, which sort of surprises me because it looked like Sinner was shaping up that way, going for that extra width on return. Djokovic just didn't anticipate. This is the third break point. We've seen one serve go to the forehand, one out wide to the backhand. Just keeping it varied.
Oh my goodness. He's jumped all over the second serve. And this wasn't necessarily in the script because Jannik Sinner has got a double break here in the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
So game on here in Malaga. In a match that Italy simply must win. Jannik Sinner has got the message.
Sure on that.
15-0, 15 love.
And a good thing for Sinner and for the Italian team. Of course, the score's looking fantastic, but they just know this is not going to be like the Turin final. It can't happen because that can happen. Djokovic can steamroll you. We saw it.
Yeah, we so often talk about a two-pronged attack from Sinner. Those numbers very much illustrate that. He is not holding back so far, as we come to expect.
We could see on the shot before that it's the depth. When Djokovic can find that depth, it is causing Sinner some issues. It's difficult for him to get that much pace that we saw in those numbers on those sorts of shots, but he's just got to string 2 or 3 together. One's not going to cut it.
Interesting thing is when you look at Sinner's numbers on serve, he's actually really struggling to make first serves. He's only made 6 of 15. We talked about that a fair bit, and yet actually the serve's not really done the damage so far. defended his second serve brilliantly. Not there though. No doubt, though, that the Djokovic game is not anywhere near as clean as it has been.
Yeah, there's a lot of unforced errors in there, but it's a combination, because this is where Sinner is different to where he was a year ago, is that he is not going to allow Djokovic any breathing room. Every single shot, he is thumping it. He is trying to hit it at the best possible quality. There's no room for Djokovic to say, right, I'm going to work the ball around, find my rhythm and build up from there. He's got to find it out of nowhere and fast.
Left for serve.
That's where it's so difficult for Djokovic at the moment, because he feels like he's got to come up with a shot like that because of how Sinner is playing, but he's just not really in the range to do that. But what do? Do you back off and work it cross, but then Sinner's going to thump a backhand line and you're in trouble, or do you try and reach for the level you know is required? The answer is you go for it and you make it. But it's just not that simple, even for Novak Djokovic.
It's a little more like it. A couple of unplayable deliveries. That is absolutely outstanding. Just taking the ball and taking time away from the Serbian again.
But he got him on the stretch, and he was going to get on the front foot. I mean, it's good depth, it's good counter-punching from Djokovic, right in the middle, deep in the court. Sinner says, well, it's not good enough for me.
Not seen this very often against his brother. Just able to turn the Italian around in the rally for once. This has been all about the Italian, though, these opening 33 minutes, to put the seal on what has been a quite brilliant set of tennis.
I've got to say, the backhand has just been on another level. Absolutely thumping it, particularly taking that backhand down the line at every opportunity. It is dead straight, it's close to the line, and it is at a serious pace.
15 love.
Not often you see Djokovic static either. Well, not even offering a chase, but that's how good it's been.
Not the first time we've seen him in that sort of position, unable to push to the ball.
Serbia challenging ball on the right, first line the ball score.
Fairly immediate challenge this from the world's best. Although he has moved across in an air of resignation.
40-40 love.
Sinner with a handful of set points.
Wait, stop. First serve.
And the LED boards are not flashing up set points, so quite changed. Perfect from Jannik Sinner in set number 1. A match the Italians must win to keep their hopes alive in terms of depth.
Yeah, what a bench they've got. A couple of teams they can put out.
To serve.
And they do have to call upon it often. A lot of players getting a run out.
Ready for play.
Yeah, semi-finalist last year, beaten by the Canadians, of course, in a match that went down to the deciding doubles. A little message down the other end there after that mistake. Well, this game had to call at some point.
Feels like we just haven't seen an error from him since probably the first 3 games.
14 love.
What a return that was. There wasn't a whole lot wrong with the serve. Suddenly he was on the defensive.
But to get Djokovic from not just counter-punching but into the defence is so incredibly hard because of how good his movement is.
Just the start he wanted to the second, though. 21 straight singles wins for Serbia. Certainly under threat here. Well, the drop shot may not have been its finest, but what preceded it was truly breathtaking.
It was that good that Djokovic had sort of decided he'd lost the point, to be honest. That's why he didn't really do enough with the drop shot. He didn't make a chase for the follow-up shot. He just assumed it was going to be far too good. Unreal ball striking.
Thank you. Flash, please. Thank you. Players off.
Just really, once again, really being allowed the time on his forehand to dictate.
Oh, he talks about his positioning and how deep he is, but how does he get forward with this? I mean, he's going to have to take it on the half volley, and the ball is coming through so fast.
Actually made the trip to watch this event last year to Djokovic. He was here for the final with his young son. And the change up with the one into the body, doing the trick for the world number 4. Filippo Vallanderi, Italian captain. Fair to say that he didn't have quite as big a game as his current player. And he was certainly a tough out on a clay court, was Vallanderi. See him around the tour a lot, don't we? And who keeps a close eye on his players, works, of course, for the Italian Federation.
Again, with the energy of this match and what we're seeing, Sinner is a very different Sinner. I think if this was 9 months ago even, beginning of this season, you'd be thinking, okay, this level's going to come to an end at some point. But we've seen plenty of matches where he's just maintained. He's not dropped off at all. This this is just how he plays now. Okay, look, not every single match, but it's his level. He's not redlining. He might drop off. Djokovic might be able to work his way back in or force it, but he can't sit back and wait and expect that to come from Sinner.
Perfect. This is optimistic from Sinner's perspective. For once, Sinner actually taking her hand off the racket and giving Djokovic a little more time here. Good game. One of his quickest holds of the match so far. Got used to that for a while, but the story's been a little different this afternoon. Well, only 3 remain in the hunt to win it. Look at these numbers in terms of those longer rallies. I mean, it's a sizable golf, isn't it?
And it's not really what you'd expect.
No.
You think about how is Sinner going to beat him. I don't think anyone would be saying in the longer rallies.
No.
Different energy about it now.
15
Produce that angle.
Yeah, the off forehand. It's as tough as it gets. But that's what you would say is the way forward for him. Serve and first strike, short, sharp points, really boss it, be aggressive. Starting to lose his placement on that first serve. You can see that one there, it was central, it wasn't even that deep in the box, right in to the Djokovic backhand.
Yeah, he's also started to grab his right elbow a couple of times.
Looks a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, just after that point, he just kind of felt it there.
A couple of grimaces as well, actually, before starting this game.
Tell you what, we'd all like to hit the ball like this with a bad elbow, wouldn't we?
Just the sound of it is extraordinary.
40-30.
It's been on the back burner, that shot. But he is asking for a little more encouragement from his corner.
Effortless power on this backhand. We've seen it time and time again. Errors have dried up. Winners are starting to come. Things moving in the right direction.
Thank you.
Does he smell an opportunity here? The resistance was impressive in the early part of the rally, and he's just starting to extract some mistakes.
Soaking up that pace, but from closer to the baseline, just about a metre behind the baseline for the last chunk of that rally, not allowing Sinner to progress and to get up on top of the court.
First break point.
Please.
And Sinner's rolled the dice on the second serve. And it's the Serbians that are celebrating. I think the family are here. Pretty sure that was Novak's mum, wasn't it? There's Matteo Arnaldi, bench today in the singles.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Players are ready.
There's a bit of concern over the physical state of Sinner. We saw something very similar in the last match with Lorenzo Musetti. What a fantastic first set at such a high level, and then all of a sudden the leg went. Billie won another game.
Yeah.
Well, here comes Djokovic. Unbelievable striking, and now he's matching what Sinner's been delivering in the match.
13-11.
Like he could walk on water for a while in this match, Jannik Sinner, but There's a little bit of a sinking feeling you sense right now. This is a very different complexion. Serbian fans very much in voice. And the change-up. As the error comes off the return, Djokovic in charge of set 2 here as he looks to turn this around. And they've been playing an hour, and yet here we are, potentially staring at a third set. In a match that, of course, is without doubt the most high-profile singles match of the week.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Not been short on quality so far.
Players are ready.
And the thing is we did see definitely his elbow is bothering him. Look, how bad it is, we don't know. So he seems to be able to still strike the ball okay. But something like that just becomes such a distraction. It takes you out of that zone. You start thinking about what is it? Is it getting worse? How bad is it? What's caused it? Do I need to take a timeout? Some painkillers?
Of course, one of his coaches is here this week, Simone Vagnozzi. He's on the bench. Substantial talent on the Italian bench. Just to see Matteo Berrettini here, he's not even part of the nominated squad. Needed that, and some free points as well coming his way.
40-10.
Just completely flipped, and now it's Djokovic that's not allowing Sinner to get away with anything. No breathing room, just skipping on up to the forehand.
Stops the slide temporarily for Jannik Sinner.
Yeah, that's going to impact the momentum, which is a big deal. And now he's got to try and shift the energy of the match. Got to get back into the positions he was in that first shot, that first set. Back up the court. Try and push Novak around.
15-0.
Just lost the 1 point on serve so far in this set as Djokovic. What a delicate finish from Jannik Sinner.
Oh, what a shot that was. I mean, that was a tough one to pull off. It's not like he was that far up the court. You still see his feet on and behind the baseline. It had to be perfect. Just get it to carve on the inside of that so it's moving away.
Some shot.
Even though Djokovic was a good couple of meters behind the baseline, Sinner was just convinced he was going cross court.
That was just so good. Not a play you see him do too a whole lot, but if he executes it like this, he might bring it a little more into his game.
Well, as soon as he felt that he'd caught that backhand just perfectly, he was on the charge.
Yeah.
Feeling like another big surge of energy for Sinner and for Italy. It just tempered somewhat.
Incredible atmosphere inside the stadium here in Malaga.
Thank you.
thought he was at least going to get himself into the rallies. Wasn't a bad return.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about it, and he's been making some signals after that point to his camp, saying that he wasn't thinking properly, that he knew it was going to go there. We've seen the back behind a couple of times.
Yep.
Challenging the goal on the left service line, never was called in.
He's not sure. Oh, never in doubt. Never, surely. Djokovic's serve beginning to find a groove and beginning to hit its targets. 5-2. On one occasion, I actually saw one of the all-time Italian greats get out of the car earlier on today, Nicola Pietrangeli, 90 years of age is Nicola now. He's here today. One of the greats of tennis in the mid-60s.
Mr. Davis Cup, they used to call him.
Yeah. I think he was onside in Turin last week, wasn't he, as well?
He will never miss a Davis Cup tie if he can help it. That backhand was flawless in set. Well, I mean, beyond flawless. It was just an absurd level, really. It's become patchy, slower. He's not necessarily taking it on as frequently as he was, and then when he's going for it, some of the errors are coming in.
Started to do more and more damage. Sinner not able to cope with that one.
I think another factor in the change that we've seen in this match is just Djokovic getting more and more used to the pace coming at him. Just doesn't look rushed anymore. Worked his way to a couple of set points. Didn't really get underneath it, did he? Just didn't get down to it. Yeah, he's frustrated because he was right in that rally, this neutral position.
Not often you see him give him something like that away. Sinner given a little bit of a reprieve for now.
Didn't do enough with the ball behind the serve. Found himself having to backpedal quickly and retreat.
Turn that suddenly put Djokovic in an offensive position and allowed him to build thereafter. Sinner's explosive start to this match, the opening half an hour, as Djokovic's wife on the left, Jelena, he's missed it. He wants to see it again, but I suspect this will bring the curtain down on the second set. Did well, and Novak Djokovic responds in the fashion of a world #1. Challenge has been so much stiffer. And this match has been played at a pace, only an hour and 21 for a couple of sets. Serbia within one set of tomorrow's final.
Thank you. Players are ready.
Just giving this a little too much. Right in the opening set, they're just going his way, but they're not right now.
Thank you.
Well, it was Sinner that set the standard of this match early on, and it was a phenomenal first set of tennis, but Djokovic has responded as one would anticipate he would. Now you feel like all eyes on Jannik. It's your move. What sort of level are you going to produce in this third? Because you feel pretty confident that Djokovic is going to continue on at this sort of level.
Hold.
This is a big game for Sinner. He's got to find a higher level than he produced in that second set.
Fifth ace. Sixth, in fact. Suffered 6 defeats all year as the world #1. And to this man, as we know, last week. Majority of those coming during the clay court season. K's that second delivery.
Aiming right in the corner. Not a lot of shape on it. That was bold. Sometimes when you play Djokovic, you do feel like, what's the point in just playing a safe second serve, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Those sorts of backhands. We didn't see a single one in the first set, and they have just been hanging around his game. Can't quite shake them off.
Yeah, Sinner's second serve points won, as you mentioned, is being punished. It was 3 of 9 in the second. Needs to win one in this set. Needs to find some first desperately here. Looking to serve and volley there as well. Exceptional. And right now, Sinner Needs to deliver a little more of that.
Oh, cranking it up big time on the forehand. That was massive oohs and ahs from the crowd. Djokovic wasn't that far away from it, but he still had to reach like that.
He changed the direction of the rally, didn't he, by going backhand line just to try and get his forehand into play. Didn't he make the most of it?
Still in the same situation. He's got to make some first serves. It's just too much pressure to have every point just being at a second serve now. Sure, he's going to win some of them.
Victor liked it.
Italy challenge recall on the right far sideline, the ball scored out.
Well, not sure much coming out of this, to be honest.
I wonder whether he was just trying to buy himself a bit of time.
You can only think so, can't you? 1 of 5 behind the second deal in this set so far. Needs to defy the odds. An almighty blow that was followed by an almighty roar.
Goodness me. Just when you thought they were hitting it as hard as they possibly could, Sinner finds another level. Slamming that forehand away, saying, I've had enough of this.
Passionate character, Ilija Bizoljak, like so many of the Serbians are. Oh yes, very tidily done.
Well, he's got it with the drop shot on the hole. And he's picked his moments. You haven't seen loads of them, but this one up inside the baseline. Didn't need to go with too much height, just guiding it away. Djokovic was miles away.
Please.
Tough pickup, and that's what we see so often from Djokovic. Doesn't go for anything too sensational, but just forces you to make those sorts of pickups if you're serve volleying time after time.
Sinner having a little look at the bench there as well. Not sure if that was a play that he had been instructed to try. It's been a fair while since we've seen any signs of discomfort with the elbow, so
Seems like that's been cleared up.
Afford to waste those sorts of opportunities right now. That was begging. Maybe just a little too excited by the prospect of it. Massive game, goes on and on here. That's the 15th point of it already.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Djokovic can't believe it. I mean, he couldn't have asked for much more, really. That just sitting there on the forehand side. And we just, of course, the expectations of him are sky high because of, well, what he's done for years and years. And he'll be seething that he's missed that sort of return.
Just cannot get out of this game, and this was not seemingly the way to do so. It's a long way back here, wasn't he?
Yeah, you can see why he's gone to it, because we've seen a successful one in this game and a couple of others as well in the match, but the big difference way behind the baseline, it is so tough to get that right. Your opponent has so much longer to track it down.
Please.
So it just has to be perfect. That was way off. Sort of short slice to the Djokovic forehand is often not that effective because he gets to move onto it going forwards on a diagonal, and he loves to rip that cross court. It would have to be down by his ankles to cause him problems. No surprise he found a good one.
Sinner, at the risk of repeating myself, has not found enough first serves in this game. Just 7 of 17.
It's a big difference, doesn't it?
Timely, wasn't it?
Iguales. Juice.
This game, as you can see, is now 13 minutes in duration.
Thank you.
Some way to close it out from break point down. He delivers 3 of his biggest serves of the afternoon.
God, he had to dig his heels in, and that's massive. Still a bit of a problem for Sinner, just of how difficult it was for him to find that first serve level, but he's got the hold, and that's the platform for him to then just take it up a notch.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ready for play.
How much of a lift is that going to give the Italian number one?
Not happy about that bounce. I think there might be a bit of debris on the court. This is very Djokovic, isn't it, after a dramatic hold? Just shutting down any ideas of being interested on return in the next game. Taking on a pretty impossible shot there, even if he had made it. I mean, Djokovic was ready and waiting and would have been ripping that one cross court. Sinner just wasn't sure where to go with that.
14.
Catches a clean one.
Kind of extends through the shot there. To holding with relative ease, though. And that could spell trouble for the opposition here. Shadows and into the light for the best player in the world, who's had another season to remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
One of the best in terms of his win percentage in a single year.
Thank you.
Continues to age very well. Continues to add to his legacy. Almost each and every week right now that he laces them up.
15 allowed.
One of his main focuses surely next summer will be playing in these colours at the Olympic Games. Trying to win that elusive gold. He's done so well. And they know it.
Oh, how has he managed that? As soon as you saw this lob land right on the baseline, you thought, right, Djokovic is going to slam the next one away. Found such an angle. Wasn't even facing the court. How did he get his bearings there?
How many players in that situation do you see just go for the tweener as well? But it just goes to show that actually it's certainly not of the most high percentage of shots.
It's the sort of return that he's capable of. It's a great serve from Sinner, and he's just on the stretch straight after it, out in the tram lines. He's up inside the baseline as well, so that's just so far out of position.
Best tennis of the week, without a doubt, right now being played here in Malaga. And it continues to get better.
Well, again, just able to manipulate the racket around. This was such a soft touch from Djokovic, but Sinner was there on the slide. Very balanced, just able to take that away. A little bit behind Djokovic.
Thank you.
Sinner can't believe his misfortune.
Well, the net really is just chucking these balls up pretty high, getting punished for it.
Ready for play.
Such a good job to dig into this one because it was threatening.
2 games on.
And when someone like Djokovic gets off to a little bit of a patchy start and then really finds his level, you just tend to assume that he's going to be off and racing and dictating all the way, but Sinner's forced his way back in. He had to lift his level from that second set. He's done that.
Thank you. Please. Please.
Much of a lift as those 2 holds, those 2 tough holds given him here. A little bit of inspiration at that point.
And the signal that it sends to Djokovic. So many players would have just let their head drop, think, oh no, here he comes. That's where the victory that Sinner got less than 2 weeks ago is going to really pay dividends.
Please. Left, second serve. Please. Thank you.
did he think the serve was long? He's looking right away at the line. Oh, Djokovic not happy here.
Yeah, that was well after Sinner's return landed, and he's saying, no, you can't. Doesn't matter anyway.
Coach, this is the difference with the Davis Cup. You can check with his coach. He went directly with his coach. No, before that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was as timely as it could have been, Cav.
Yeah.
Definitely looked at the bench there, didn't he?
Yeah, the umpire was saying that in Davis Cup it's different. You're allowed to check with your coach, so it does take that a bit longer.
Okay, fair point. Good to know.
But for Djokovic, at least, it didn't make any difference to the outcome.
No. Contrasting emotions. Sinner looks in utter disbelief. And he's not made the most of that opportunity.
He looked pretty unmissable, particularly with the level we've been watching in this match. Lost all control.
Please, players are ready.
Tennis out here right now is
Please.
absolutely off the charts.
Thank you.
Seen that serve a few times. Big out to the forehand off the second serve, and Sinner cracks. Djokovic holding with that much more ease in the third. Where is the first break going to come from in this third set? It could be a case of one is enough. Djokovic looking to lead Serbia back to the final. They haven't been there in a decade.
Thank you.
Lost, of course, to the Czech Republic in the final in 2013.
Possibly Djokovic just not doing quite enough with some of those neutral rallying balls. Very central, not deep enough. Sinner was just able to dictate without really moving too much out of that middle. Laszlo
Djere hasn't played a part yet this week. Suspect he may not get a chance either in the final, the way Misha Kecmanovic has performed.
30 love.
Hitting the second like a first there, didn't work out. It's one of those things at 40 love where I think that double fault that we saw with that big second serve, you automatically want to say, okay, it's 40 love, but then, okay, but you're playing Djokovic. It doesn't take much, and you can really look back and think that was not a throwaway point. Needed to be a little more careful.
Please.
Just pouring it on in that rally. Suffocating Sinner for time again. And he has clawed his way back into this game. Once again, Sinner under pressure on his own deal. To a third hour. Can Sinner square things up in this third set? He can, and what a good job he's done. He's played 34 points on the serve in this third set. His opponent has played just 14.
Yeah, it's been pretty brutal for Sinner to get these 3 games on the board in this set, but he has got them on the board, and that is the important thing.
3 games on.
Could have had 3 holds to love. It's still 3-all.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready. Thank you.
Pointing at his grip there. I think the racket just maybe slipping in his hand. Going to his towel, going to towel off his hands and his grip.
Please.
defensively, Sinner again, but just couldn't quite cling on.
It's just relentless depth. I mean, that last one just right inside the baseline. And you can feel, you can sense it. It's just starting to wear on Sinner. We know Djokovic can just do this over and over for as long as it takes.
Actually has the best percentage of anyone this season, Djokovic, from winning matches from a set down. He is 8-4 on the year. No one can match that as a percentage. Alcaraz was close, 9-7. Sarovic, what a player he was. Part of the coaching setup these days. Part of the squad that won in 2010. Djokovic nails down another hold. Maintains his advantage. How much can Sinner take here? Once again finding himself playing catch up. A lot of industry required to keep himself in touch in this set.
This time it's early pressure. In the last service game he was 40 love up. Djokovic came back to juice. Love 15 for the best returner out there. Just gives him that little bit of extra freedom on the next 2 points. Well, no one can do anything about that.
Nice little serve and survey here and a little sneak to make some space quickly, but
15.
This time no mistake on the high ball. Such a big shift in those longer rallies, isn't there? Compared to where we were in set number 1.
15-13.
Sinner no longer able to outlast the Serbian.
Please.
And you're right, Nick, that is a big shift in terms of what we saw from in that first set, shifting towards set 2 and 3. However, I don't think it's a massive cause for concern for Sinner, because coming into this match, I don't think you'd be expecting him to come out on the right end of those longer rallies anyway. It's all about those sorts of points. That one we just saw, serve and first strike, keep it short and sharp.
Yep.
So there's still a way forward for him here.
Did he just catch his leg on the way through?
But he was trying to go for even more of an acute angle. It's so loud in here.
30-14.
Serbia and Djokovic with a break point.
Players are ready. Thank you.
Look how far away he was from the ball there, the swing arc, just to get as much weight behind it as possible. And he has delivered. Industrial size strike.
And it keeps coming up with the goods under so much pressure in this set. But how much pressure can he take? Djokovic will just be reminding himself, saying, every single game I'm in it. He might crack, it might go.
Yeah.
He's got to keep that pressure on.
Djokovic heard a call on the initial forehand, and he's feeling as though he was distracted. Well, it's all irrelevant, I think. Because that is going to tell us that somehow Sinner has escaped again.
The carrots are waving.
Yeah, I think that's a Serbian fan as well, isn't it?
Hedge your bets.
Everyone's got split loyalties down there.
No one can call it, can they, really? So,
ladies and gentlemen,
got to be ready for any outcome.
Respect for both teams and both players. Do not pull the ball out during the game. Thank you.
Wonderful atmosphere, befitting the occasion.
Please.
Points and dramatic games, but Djokovic will be more than happy that, by and large, it's happening on the Sinner serve.
of the difference here in this third set. The effort required from one to the other to hold stark numbers.
And all of the simple, straightforward points just feels like they're rolling on the Djokovic serve. All of the drama happening on the Sinner games.
A hole to love. Djokovic sits down in his chair, just one game away of booking Serbia's spot in the final. Sinner has more than made his mark on the world #1 and is still in the conversation here after 2 hours and 15 minutes, serving to keep Italy in the Davis Cup.
Please. Let's present.
Well, we looked at the numbers between when these two played in the round-robin inter-in and Sinner won, and then in the final inter-in where Djokovic got the better of him. The big difference was just how often Sinner was being pushed into those rallies. Those returns were coming in strong and wide off first and second, and we're seeing this again in the third set. He's done so well to resist, but how much has he got left?
Djokovic's defence doing the job again. Sinner wouldn't mind the volley back, would he? Just needed it a little shorter.
Love 13. Players are ready, please.
Djokovic within 2 points of victory.
Please, players are ready.
The Djokovic family rejoice. They've seen this one before. Dad, it seems, is about to deliver again.
14. Thank you. Please.
Seen some pretty magnificent escapes from Sinner on serve through this set. This would have to be the best of the lot from love 40.
15-14. Thank you.
Djokovic deciding the best route was to go back right through him. Turns out it wasn't.
But it was such a tough volley, really jamming him up. Didn't have much space to play the forehand. If you hit it hard at that right shoulder, it's so difficult, but Sinner just able to shift.
Truly spectacular occasion. It was a big second deal, 181 Ks. Djokovic didn't anticipate the pace. One of the holds of his life, surely, from Jannik Sinner. A Houdini act to keep Italy alive.
Well, you've got to be kidding. Just ridiculous. Just as you thought, it's gonna crack, it's gonna crumble. He's had to deal with so much in this set. Just able to bounce back, the mental resilience, the problem solving, something he's been talking about a lot over the last few weeks that he's developed. He can even problem solve his way out of that one.
Thank you. Please. Please, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Please, for the players. Quiet.
It doesn't matter who you are, 3 match points at love 40, it's got to affect you.
Please, can we be quiet when the players are ready to serve? Thank you.
Amazingly, I've just been informed that Djokovic has actually, in his entire career, only lost 3 times when he's had match point.
15.
That's incredible.
Oh.
The last occasion it happened was actually at Queen's in the final against Marin Cilic back in 2018. Not saying it's going to happen here, but remains a possibility.
Face much pressure in this set on serve.
Barely any.
30 all is about as interested as Sinner has been on return.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that this is the first time he's been at 30 all in this set. Hello.
Three unforced errors for Djokovic in this game. All of them off actually fairly short attackable balls that you might even say are put-away shots.
Wow, wow, wow. Sinner with his first break point of the set. Can you believe it? The most remarkable turn of events. And Sinner will serve to draw Italy level. The serve and volley was a gamble. Of course, he was actually broken using that play, if my memory is correct, way back early in the first set, wasn't he? History has repeated itself.
Thank you.
An atmosphere like no other. Sinner to serve for victory. He's clung on in this set. He's been under pressure on serve pretty much from the get-go in the third. And this sport is not about how many points you win. It's about the ones you win.
superb execution. Would have been very easy to try and do too much with that forehand because Djokovic was already in that corner. Just made sure it was enough to set up the put-away volley.
Jannik Sinner has found his way somehow to match point.
Let's proceed.
One of the most remarkable victories you're likely to see in Davis Cup. Jannik Sinner gives Italy hope in the second of the semi-finals. He takes out the world #1, ending a run of 21 straight wins for Novak Djokovic. It'll come down to a deciding doubles in Malaga.
Oh, goodness me, that was extraordinary.